What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Hope everyone's doing good, having a good week. We got my good friend Melissa on here, Bonsai.
Hey, Bonsai. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Great stream you guys did last night on Karate's channel and with Yoda Joe.
Yeah, that was good. That was a fun one.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I liked your discussion on the MC and DC universe.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Oh, I saw this article. You are not going to believe who they put as number one for the 7 exciting character team ups that still need to happen. You are not going to believe it.
All right, we'll check it out.
Number one.
All right, before we get into this, I just gotta say, Melissa, it's happening.
What's happening?
Double date, golf and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
It's happening.
Oh yeah. May God have mercy on those golf balls.
Oh boy.
Miguel
and Robbie are in for a rough one.
Oh yeah.
But we'll check out a few articles we have here.
What they have as number one.
All right, so at number 7 is Daniel Russo and Mike Barnes. Not bad. I can see it. I do think Mike will have a crucial role in season 6. I felt like they kind of did him a little dirty in the mansion fight. He was like, get up, and he gets
I know
blindsided and knocked out. I'm like, come on, man. But they have him wake up and he saves Johnny, so they kind of themselves there. So I hope that they bring back Mike and he's in a good role. Yes, at the time, that's part of the reason why he wasn't in it that much.
Yeah. And I think the actor had
I think he's
problems.
But I think he's perfect for the dojo because he's a national champion.
He's like the Hulk of Miyagi,
so it just makes too much sense.
He's like the Hulk of Miyagi, though.
Yep. At number 6, Chosen Taguchi At number 6, Chosen Taguchi and Tori Nichols. Now, I like this one a lot. Felt like they set him up in season 5. I like their interaction. Without Chosen, I don't think Tori works up the courage to confront Silver. But one of my favorite scenes from season 5, and I hope they explore this dynamic more. I wouldn't mind Tori and Mike Barnes, like that'd be fine too. That's a good fit as well. But I would prefer this one personally, but I'm fine with whatever the creators do.
Too, though, they did also set up Chosen and Sam as well.
That's very true, and I wouldn't mind that either. That's a good fit as well. Number 5, we have Anthony LaRusso and Kenny Payne. It's a bit too high for me. I would probably up it with. I'd probably put it at 7, and I'd probably put this one at like the bottom. It's not bad. I just think it's a little too high, but it is a dynamic I'm looking forward to because they actually have a lot of. Yeah.
When you see what they have as number 1, compared to the others, you're gonna. Oh my God! You're gonna be like, I was. What the heck were they thinking?
Yeah.
Were they on cocaine or something when they did this list? How do you have that as number 1 compared to the others?
I like this. like I think this one, like they both like video games. They both like,
makes a lot of
the
sense.
same stuff. So like this rivalry, you could get away with
Coming to an end.
having it end in friendship. It's more realistic than Sam and Tori being ending in a friendship. But anyway, at number 4, John Kreese and Kim Dayoon. This is a little too low for me. I'd probably put it in like top 3. No, my good friend Cobra Kai Karate, he doesn't think this is going to happen because he thinks that Kim has a soft spot for Tori and Kreese and going like that. What Kim put Tori through, which I do agree with, but I don't think Kreese is going to find out about that until the back end of the season.
Are they doing this from worst to best? Are they doing this from worst to best, or from?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Because I think they're doing this from worst to best.
Yeah, I don't know, but I personally believe that Kreese and Kim are going to be working together throughout the entire season until the back end. But I think this will be an exciting, pairing. Like, I mean, the first thing she asks is,
where is Kreese?
Where? Yeah, that's literally the first thing she says. Like, Sensei Kreese isn't with you, huh? That's disappointing.
Yeah, honestly, I do believe that this team up will happen in the beginning, but when Kreese finds out what she did to Tori, that's when all bets are going to be off.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to see Kim working with Silver again because I just she just does after he lost to Daniel, she doesn't respect him anymore. I don't think she respected them to begin with.
No, I didn't like him
she
at all.
She didn't.
She only saw him as a business partner. That's it.
She was pissed off with them in episode 8. Like you're not taking this seriously.
Yeah, she only saw him as a business partner.
Like she was taking it personally. Like, this is my family's legacy, and you're not taking it seriously. At number 3, we have Robbie Keane and Eli Moskowitz. I mean, I think, Robbie and Miguel will have, more screen time together. But I could see some moments where Robbie and Eli are working together and they could, help put an end to the Kenny and Anthony rivalry or something. Could have a sparring session together. They could, do stuff. They're off to a rocky start in season 5, but at the back end, they started to get along. In episode 8, Robbie asks what happened to Green, and he said, I wasn't really feeling it. I'm just trying to, see what I like and whatever. So I thought that was a great scene.
Yeah, you know what? I actually just thought of this. Robbie could actually help Eli with his hair color too.
Yeah, good.
All the times he mocked his hair, and to the point where he shaved it off.
Yeah,
he could actually help him with the hair color.
Yeah, he could.
An idea.
Number 2 is Daniel Russo and Julie Pierce. Yeah, I could see it. They could be like karate siblings. I think Hilary Swank's already on board. She just can't say anything. But I think this makes a lot of sense. She's the only, as far as we know, she's the only other student Mr. Miyagi trained. And she'd be the first female sensei in Miyagi-Do. So I think that would be pretty cool.
She was also actually the first female student, too.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Let's see what number 1 is.
I told you.
What the? You can't make this
ya.
up. You can't make this up. Over Sam and bro.
Over Daniel and Julie, over Mike Barnes and Daniel, and over Chosen and Tori.
Okay, the fact that Sam and Tori isn't even on this list is fucking insane. That's absurd. And Aisha may not even be in the season.
I know, and not only that, who also point in that also a chance team up between Robbie and Daniel would like seriously. I mean, if you technically want to rule, I mean, yeah, they actually did have a team up fight. Sam and Tori did have a team up fight with Sensei Kim in season 5. So
yeah, but still, Aisha and Sam. It says Sam Lawrence. That's Sonny's last name. Sam Lawrence.
Wait, says Sam Lawrence? Go back to that. I didn't even see that. I was just too focused on the fact. I was just too focused and disturbed on the fact that they actually made that number 1 over everything else. Oh my God. I didn't even notice that. Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. This guy, the person that wrote this must have been on cocaine or something.
Oh, you can't make this up.
How many beers did they have?
Sam Lawrence. Wow.
Don't let Johnny or Daniel see that.
Sam's Johnny's daughter, apparently, according to this.
Although if she marries Robbie and if Robbie goes by Robbie Lawrence, then
oh boy.
This is saying what they must have been on cocaine or something when they wrote this.
Yeah. Let's see.
Honestly, they should have put Daniel and Julie as number 1.
Yeah. Okay.
They should have put that dead last. Have Sam team up with somebody else.
Yeah, like hell, you could put. I would take Sam and Devin over Sam and Aisha.
How about Hawk and Sam?
That would be fine too. Like, can't make this up.
Like those two have never teamed up in a fight.
Let's see, new Karate Kid movies. Cobra Kai update is disappointing, but it can still work. Lack of involvement from Cobra Kai creators. Okay, we already know this. New movie may struggle to win over Cobra Kai audiences. Okay, that's obvious. Despite the concerns, there is still a chance for new Karate Kid movie to be successful, be reimagining and the source material the story. Well, it's pretty fair to say that it's going to make money. I mean, it's got Jackie Chan in it. It's got Ralph in it. And it's the Karate Kid name on it. They slapped the brand on it, so people are going to show up for it.
It's going to be a Karate Kid year.
But I'm not going to – I already made it clear. I'm not watching it until season 6 comes out.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either. I'm waiting until season 6. Then after I watch season 6, then I'll watch it. I'm only watching it though because Ralph and Jackie are in it, and I trust their judgment. So
this one is predicting season 6's Karate Kid cameo. 10 characters we think it could be. Okay, 10 Tosho can rejoin shows. What?
He was in the Karate Kid too.
So this is one of his. This is one of his buddies.
Yeah, one of his friends.
Dennis can join force Mike Barnes. I don't see that happening. He's just not that important of a character. He barely does anything in the movie.
Yeah, except shove. No, this is not happening. This is not happening.
Bro, they would not bring Julie Pierce back just to kill her off or have her sick. This doesn't make any sense.
They're not doing
She lived all the way in Boston. Thoeries lived in California her whole life. It makes zero sense. Like, I'm getting tired of this theory. This has been a thing since season 3, really.
And not only that, Julie's an only child. They basically debunked it. Julie's an only child.
Yeah, she didn't have a sister.
Tori's mom has a sister. Get over it, people.
It makes no sense.
It's not going to be a very long grudge because Daniel will just
Dugan could hold a grudge against Miyagi. He's all the way in Boston running the Alpha Elite, so I don't know how he would, like, what would motivate him to, like, do you know the flight from Boston, Massachusetts to LA? Like, that's like a 5-6 hour flight. You really think he's going to hop on a plane to go to the Valley and say, like, I have a grudge against you. I'm going to take you down.
He might if him and Silver team up. I mean, like, he might, because Dugan's friends with the cops, so he might need Dugan's help, you know, even with the DA, to pull some strings, especially if they were war buddies. I mean, it's just a thought. I don't want Dugan back. I mean, I don't care if
I mean, like, I've heard that theory around before. I think it's a bit ridiculous, but
yeah,
you know.
But I mean, like, I don't care if Dugan comes back as long as we get Julie. That's all I care about. If we're gonna bring back a Karate Kid
that's really the only. It's really the only next Karate Kid character.
Right.
Like, Julie's really the only Karate Kid character. The next Karate Kid character that deserves to come back.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
Ed Randall could be
better to bring her back. If they use Dugan to bring her back, then that's fine. But if you're gonna have the next Karate Kid, bring the next Karate Kid characters back, bring her back. Don't bring any. You better not be bringing Dugan, Ned, or anybody else unless you bring Julie. Unless Julie's right behind them. That's all I care about. Don't care about any of
Ned Randall, keep him away from the show. I don't even want to see his face again. Eric, I don't really need to see him come back either. No. I swear to God, Sony, do not pull this shit. Han Hawkins. Yeah, I hope they don't do that. Oh my God, no! Don't need to see Dre Parker come back either.
Chang,
absolutely not. Master Lee could join Kreese as a villain. No, I hope they don't do that.
Number 1.
Okay. All right, 2 more. Season 6's ending could make the new Karate Kid movie very awkward. Also, ignoring Daniel LaRusso's character development storylines for Cobra Kai would be a mistake for the new film. The new Karate Kid movie ties into Cobra Kai may play a crucial role in its success, and it should neither be a mere extension of the show nor ignore its existence. Depends on when this movie takes place. Like, we don't know if it's taking place after season 6 or, like, during season 6.
I'm willing to bet after. This will probably shoot up the timeline where the movie will be taking place now this year, while season 6 takes place back in 2020 or 2019. No, 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. And it does take place after season 6. That's part of the reason why I said that
No, 'cause I don't
I'm
want
not going to
anything to
watch it until
allude
after
to
season 6, because if it does take place after 6, it could literally spoil the ending of season 6. Like, because whoever wins the Sekai Taikai, they can expand all over the world. Like, let's just say Cobra Kai wins. I don't think they will. I hope they don't.
No, they don't.
But if they do, if they do, you literally see dojos like all over the world. Like, screw the valley for a second. Like, you'll see dojos all over the world.
Yeah, Cobra Kai.
If Miyagi-Do wins, like, Daniel will be like, yeah, two of my students won the Sekai Taikai. I can't tell you which one though, because they'll spoil the season.
No.
Your Karate Kid movie will tell you the Cobra Kai can make or break it. Yeah. Pandora's box. Good job, Sony.
Yep. You're not putting it back inside.
Season 6. New villain means Chosen absolutely has to return. Cobra Kai Season 6 character has massive Chosen connection. C.S. Lee has been cast as Kim Sung-young. Okay, we already know that. Yeah, that could reveal some backstory there.
Yeah, I think that maybe Sato and Master Kim's grandfather may have had a fight to the death. With Sato.
Yeah.
And Sato obviously won.
Yeah, Sato's feud with Kim Sung-young can explain Chosen's. Yeah. They could, if Kim Sung-young is dead, we can see in a flashback that, and Sato, killed him. Yeah.
In a fight to the death.
And that's because Kim Sung-young Kim Dae-eun, my bad, seemed to already know who Chosen was, and she knew where he was from. So that could be a reason how she already knows.
I don't know if she necessarily met him, though. She might not have necessarily met Chosen.
No, I'm not saying she didn't met him.
Yeah, but she knew of Okinawa.
Yeah.
And Silver knew of Okinawa, too.
Yeah.
He obviously knew it, and that's why he was like so angry. Because it just seems like there was some history there. Like some bad history when Silver mentioned it.
Chosen can wind up in fights with both Kreese and Kim Sung-young's successors. I don't think he's going to fight Kreese. I just don't see it happening. Because I think Chosen wins in like 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget, Chosen knows the pressure points.
Yeah, so Daniel did it on Kreese. Chosen's literally the one who taught it to him.
Right, and Chosen's
literally the one who taught it to him.
And Chosen's not afraid to kill.
Yeah, he probably would have killed Silver.
Yeah, I don't think he would have did it in front of his niece and her boyfriend, his niece Sam and her boyfriend Miguel. But
I was talking about the mansion.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Silver Mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked
Yeah.
like Daniel. It looked like Daniel was about to, but
Yeah. But then
Sam,
he's
because
not going to kill in front of his
Johnny
daughter.
gave him the nod, like just do it. But
Right. But he's not
Sam
going to
and
kill in front of his
Kimberly,
daughter.
yeah, he wouldn't
Like
do
he's
that.
not Daniel's not. He's not going to kill in front of his own
Yeah,
daughter.
and he knows Mr. Miyagi wouldn't approve either.
No. Although, given the circumstances, would you have blamed Daniel?
I mean, I wouldn't blame him either. I mean, he literally sent the Cobras to his house and they attacked his daughter.
Yeah.
Like
Imagine if
they wrecked his house. Like they had to board up the window because they threw
Yep.
Bert through it, and they had to fix everything else. Like they put a security system in it. Like it was that
Yeah.
bad.
Imagine. Do you think that Tori was like was hoping that Sam would be alone when that raid happened?
Probably.
I mean, like, what was she planning on doing? Like, I'm with Robbie on that one. What was she think? She didn't even give a
Yeah,
clear.
I'm like, well, I knew Robbie was gonna say that too before the season came
Yeah,
out.
but it's like she didn't
I'm
even give
like,
a clear answer. She
when I
just
watched it for the first time, I'm like, I fucking knew it. I knew he was gonna say that.
Yeah, but she didn't even all she did was just defend herself. Like Sam deserved to have her house broken into and have Tori go after her with nunchucks. Like, come on. No, she didn't, and you know she didn't.
Yeah.
Like Sam wasn't even doing anything to Tori.
It's a good point, Dragonfire. Dugan probably did get arrested.
Doubt it, because Kreese wasn't arrested. I mean, Kreese wasn't arrested he nearly killed Johnny and he wasn't arrested. He nearly killed Johnny twice. And the only thing he was arrested for was for something he didn't do.
I mean, I agree with you, McPizzas. I mean, for some reason, Cobra Kai Karate would rather have him come back than Hector. I mean, I think Hector coming back makes more sense than Dugan, but
I don't want Dugan back, but if that's the only way we get Julie back in a way that makes sense, I'll take it. But like I said, they better not bring one single character.
I don't think Dugan needs to come back.
Right behind them.
I don't think Dugan needs to come back for Julie. I think Daniel can just call Julie. I think Daniel can just call Julie. Like they can get a letter from the Sekai Taikai and say like, oh, there's an adult division too. We're like, oh, we have plenty of adults for the male division, but we don't have a female sensei.
Right. But here's the thing. That's fine. They can do that. I don't care, but I'm just saying that they better not bring one single next Karate Kid character back from that movie over to Cobra Kai. That's not Julie. If they do, Julie better not be far behind them.
Yeah, because like if they brought back Dugan but they didn't bring back Julie, that would make no sense.
What's wrong with them? They obviously got a crane kick to the head.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tori's mom is just a random person. Like we've never even seen her before.
Yeah.
Like we could get some, like they might reveal her and we might get some emotional scenes with her and Tori maybe.
Yeah.
To be fair, Mr. Hani's returning. No, come on. See, this is why I hate Sony. This is generally why I hate Sony. They just piss me off every single time.
And honestly, like I'm hoping like for this season, like Sam gets a parental figure. Yeah, I know she has two parents, but she has Daniel, she has Manny.
They don't really listen to her that much though, if you think about it.
It's like she needs a parental figure that she could just talk to, that can also, as well as just not just guide her, but just can talk to, like somebody who will listen to her and also tell her the right thing to do. not just what not just what they want her to do, what she wants to do. It's like she needs that. Amanda, Tori has, even if Tori doesn't like bond with Chosen, we know she has a mother figure in Amanda. So, and we know that even though I'm rooting for Johnny and Robbie one-on-one training for just one session, one-on-one training session, and we know he has a father figure in Daniel. We and and Hawk has a father. Hawk sees Daniel as like sort of like as a mentor father figure. Why can't Sam have somebody? Like why can't Sam have somebody have a parental figure in her life that she can turn to when she feels like she can't go to her parents? There's some things that you just feel like you can't go to your parent. Their parents just won't understand that you can't go to them for. And and a lot of kids have this adult figure that in their life that they feel like they can go to, that's not their parent, but they know that they can trust to tell them what the right thing to do is. So that's why I'm hoping it's either Julie or Chosen for Sam.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
You kind of get what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, I would say Mike Barnes, but I feel like that would be repeating too much of the same storyline.
I wouldn't mind it, but yeah.
But yeah, just like give Sam a parental figure. That's it.
Yeah, I think they'll give her Chosen or Julie probably. Depending on what the plan is with Tori.
Especially if Tori, we already know we already know that she actually sees a mother figure in Amanda.
They'll probably go back and forth with Julie and Chosen, because I can see Tori and Julie bonding pretty well.
Yeah, but I feel like she already has that in Amanda,
Yeah.
I mean, so I feel like Tori can have like Amanda as the parental mother figure, then let Sam have Julie as the parental mother figure.
Yeah, that would be so weird because Amanda's Sam's mom, and yeah,
right. But funny. Listen,
that's so funny.
This would be like this is a karate drama.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, and odds are, I mean, Sam will. She may feel like a little bit like with Tori and Amanda's bond. I mean, she won't want to feel this way and she won't say anything. But she'll feel a little bit jealous, probably. A little bit left out.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, she knows what Tori's going through and she sympathizes with her definitely, greatly. Yeah. And she won't want to have these feelings. Like, these feelings are just kind of be like, just like inside of her. And she won't want to have, those feelings. That's why I think that her coming, that's why I think that her having Julie as, coming to see Julie as a motherly figure. Not that she's going to looking to replace Amanda as her mother, but you know what I mean? Would be a good move,
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you, Dragonfire and McPizzas. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for sticking up for me.
It's because I invited her, dude. And if you don't like it, then leave.
And Terry Silver, get out of the chat if you're just going to be nasty. Nobody wants to hear your stupid thoughts.
Yeah, like, she's here because I invited her. She's a close friend of mine. And if you don't like it, then you can leave and go do something else.
Exactly. And don't go harassing anybody else here on this channel either.
And the reason, and to answer your question, the reason he has McPizzas is he knows it makes Cobra Kai Karate go nuts. That's why he has that name.
Then you better Terry Silva. Then you better stop harassing people on this stream. Because if you don't leave, you'll get banned. We're not putting up with that.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah. We don't put up with that on these streams. We don't put up with cyberbullying. We don't put up with any kind of bullying at all. That's not what that's not what these streams are for. If you don't like it, get out.
Yep.
Because nobody wants to hear from you and you make it clear that you obviously don't want to hear from us. Yeah. Okay. As long as you're really sorry, Terry Silver, then that's fine. But no more harassing people. It's not cool.
Yeah.
Bullying is not cool. So I wrote this on Karate's after he did the Robbie video. I mean, I hope he does. I know he already did Thoeries, so I hope he does Sam next.
Wait, what'd you say?
I wrote this on Karate's channel after he did in the comment section after he did the Robbie video. Yeah. I know that I know he did Thoery. I know he already did Thoery. So I mean, I'm hoping that he did Sam, and I think he did Miguel. I'm not sure, but if he didn't do Miguel, I hope he does Miguel too. But I said like for Sam, what I also hope is a part of both Robbie and Sam's arc. Arcs are just their friendship, just like seeing more of their friendship again, like their connection. We got to see it in season 1 and about the beginning half of season 2, where I want to see it like in a different light, where it's more than friendship, but it's not romantic. Yeah,
I agree. I thought it was funny. And you said, didn't you do Tori's arc already? That was funny.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
At the beginning of the video, he says, like, I did Thoery. And then at the end, he's like, I think I'll do Thoery next. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's like, no, that's what I told him when I wrote in the comments, that I think you already did Thoery. And I double checked too.
That was funny.
Terry Silver, it's okay. It's okay if you really are sorry. Then I accept it. And then that's fine. I accept your apology.
He did Robbie. Okay, he did Thoery 4 months ago, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, he did Miguel.
All right. So he did Miguel. So now Sam's got to be next.
What else did he do? He did Mike Barnes.
Did he do Hawk? I don't think he's gonna. I don't know if he'll do
I think that's it.
Yeah, so he's got. It's got to be Sam next because she's like the last main of the 4 main teens.
Yeah. And I'm sure he'll get to it at some point. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, no matter what video he does, I'm sure I'm gonna love because he's like the absolute
Yep.
one of the absolute best at these videos. That's one of the reasons why I love his channel so much.
Let's see. Okay. He did John Kreese a year ago.
And I think he did Daniel too, didn't he?
Did Terry Silver. No, he did not do Daniel.
Oh, he didn't? All right.
So he's gotten three out of the the core four kids. He just has Sam to do.
Yeah. I don't know if Hawk's not gonna necessarily get a really big
role. I asked him like, hey, you should do what Hector's role in season 6 is gonna be the next stream or next video, and he says, hell no, so probably not gonna happen.
Is that really him? Is that really Terry? Is that really Terry Silver? Because I don't know if the guy that came on the stream last week really was.
Apparently, there's two Terry Silvers. There's this one, and then there's another one.
And if this is the real one, and if this is the real one, and while the other one was a fake, then I'm the one that owes you an apology, Terry Silver, because there was another guy on here that was saying really nasty stuff.
Yeah, wasn't that in Watch Party stream the other week that I missed?
He was in your stream and he was in Watch Party stream.
Yeah.
So
idiots will be idiots.
Yeah. He and it's probably this guy's done this before.
He said I was on Watch Party stream
last week.
Which one, dude?
Were you on Watch Parties last week?
Me, I came in at the end.
Right.
This week I was actually there for like most of it.
Yeah, so last week that's when that guy came in.
Yeah, so I didn't even know about it.
Yeah. So apparently some guy comes on here and he makes fake accounts of people who've already been on this channel and he pretends to be them. It's so ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
And like I said, if that guy was a fake and this is the real you, Terry Silver, then I'm the one that owes you an apology.
Who will win 1v1 Fortnite Mirror Karate? Sorry, dude, Karate.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even beat Zone on Madden, and he was using the Broncos, and I was using the Bengals, and I still couldn't beat him.
Yeah.
But Karate's played Fortnite for a while, so I've played with him before, so he's really good. So probably Karate would win. No offense. He'll probably put up a good fight, though.
Yeah.
So if Karate loses, he has to watch She-Hulk again. Oh, boy. Pretend to be me for unknown reason. Yeah, I remember that. He's an idiot.
Yeah. Yep.
Really hope he hasn't hacked my channel, so that shit. You're good, dude.
Yeah. So you know what? What are you hoping for, CKW? Like, what's the biggest thing you're hoping for in season 6 besides a really good ending, like for each of the characters?
Just everybody to get closure. I want Kreese to get closure. I want him to, like it sounds bad, but like die in like a meaningful way, like not something like don't kill him off like a bitch. Like just have him like go out, in a good way. Yeah, like like have him save one of his
Yeah.
prodigies, whether it's Johnny, Robbie, or Tori. I think it'll be Johnny though, because that's his original student.
Yeah.
But like he's always viewed Johnny as a son because like that's what he's always wanted.
Yeah.
Because he was going to have a family with Betsy, but then that got ruined when she got in a car accident and she died. And that pretty much turned his whole life upside down.
Yeah. So you know how I actually picture it, and it's nowhere near it's nowhere near the greatness that it will be in Cobra Kai. But you know, have you ever watched Disney's Tarzan?
I've seen that. That's a good movie.
Yeah. Do you remember when Clayton shot Tarzan in the arm,
Yeah, I do.
and Clayton Kerchak just like jumped like right between Tarzan and Clayton and was defending Tarzan,
Yep.
and Clayton just shot Kerchak and killed him. And
Kerjak's death
yeah,
makes me sad as fuck.
yeah. So picture that as Silver, Johnny, and Kreese. And then and you remember the ending where Kerchak finally calls Tarzan his son?
Yeah,
Imagine
that
if
hit so hard.
Kreese lying on the floor and Johnny just, holds him like the way Tarzan held Kerchak, and Kreese just says, and Kreese just calls Johnny his son. Say, take care of my son.
Yeah, I could see
And
that.
he dies in his arms. And Johnny just hugs Kreese.
Yeah, that would hit like really emotionally. This season's gonna be a roller coaster for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Something else too. I want Amanda to be to fully support Daniel this time. Like
Yeah,
beginning
I
to
agree.
end. Beginning to
Because
end.
it probably won't happen, but I have a feeling that she's gonna complain again because she's like, why are we still doing this? Silver's gone. This karate war should be over.
I have a feeling though she learned her lesson though.
Yeah,
I really do.
I hope so
Because I
because
want season 4 attitude Amanda back.
yeah,
But I want I want her to like go back to seeing the full picture, not with just everything, but everybody. You
yeah,
know, like see what's really going on, what's really happening right in front of your own eyes.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
she literally only sees blind spots in seasons 2 and beginning of season 3. But but at the back end of season 3 and the entire season 4, like she was really like up to like up to speed. Like she knew exactly what was going on. She took Daniel seriously when he needed her, when she needed to, when he needed it. Like that's why season 4 was, in my opinion, Amanda's best season.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
It just seems like they like if Silver tried to convince Amanda, got into Amanda's head that Cobra Kai was a better dojo, and he got into Amanda's head in that sense, then I could understand. I mean, even if they just had the argument, I would but she didn't leave him, I would still like understand a little bit. I wouldn't be on her side on it, but I would understand. But to have her believe that Daniel would send a man over to assault innocent people, which is something Silver would do. We all know Silver would do it.
Yeah, you would.
And then attack somebody unprovoked and not even giving him a chance to explain or even believe him, to the point where she just leaves, is wrong on her part. I mean, and if Silver would have decided to, and imagine if Silver decided to kill Daniel in that fight.
Yeah, he could have.
That would have been the last
Amanda,
that would have been the last. What?
Amanda wouldn't even forgive herself for that. Like, I'm like, oh damn, Amanda, you messed up.
I know. And Daniel would have died believing that he lost his family for good.
Yep.
And like that, I think that would have shattered her heart to pieces.
Yep, for sure.
And then she really would have had it out for Silver.
Yeah.
Although I can't see her slapping him like she did Kreese, but
yeah, probably not.
No. But it's like I want her fully seeing the full picture of everything that's going on. Like, no more blind spots. No more blaming Karate on everything. No more blaming Daniel for everything. I mean, my God, Chosen literally stood there and said to Amanda in that fight that the furniture store was his fault, not Daniel's. So be mad at me. And who does she blame?
Daniel.
Yeah. And in fairness,
I was like, oh, Chosen, you shouldn't have said anything.
Well, I know, but he didn't realize that he was trying to help. So you can't.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to help him out of a nasty situation.
Yeah. I mean, so you can't blame him for that. He was actually trying to help, and I could see where he would have gotten mixed up. So, and Chosen was the absolute GOAT of this season, not just because he fought for Daniel, but because he was the only one that actually stood by Daniel's side through and through.
Yeah, he was supporting him in episode 5.
Yeah.
He was like, she'll come back, don't worry.
Right. And not only that, he believed Daniel. He believed Daniel when nobody else did.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam wasn't really in the position. We don't know whether or not Sam believed. I think Sam did believe Daniel, but she wasn't really in the position of whether to choose whether or not to support her father or not in the beginning of season 5.
I mean, he wouldn't let her in episode 1. Like, she wanted to help Daniel take down Silver, and he's like, this isn't your fight, Sam.
So Sam does deserve a point for that.
She was willing to get involved with it, and Daniel didn't let her.
Right. Well, you can thank Amanda for that, because Amanda was the one that ordered that was the one that Daniel won't say it out loud, but Amanda was the one that really ordered for Miyagi to be shut down.
Yeah. I would like to see Daniel and Sam have a fight scene together. That would be cool.
What a team up fight?
Yeah, father and daughter team up fight.
Oh yeah. Yep. But I mean, because you notice that in episode 5, like whenever Sam was like with her mom, and Jessica asked where Daniel was, what did she say?
She said Dad didn't come with us.
She didn't say Dad couldn't come with us. She said Dad didn't come with us, and she looked right at Amanda.
Yeah, you can tell she didn't agree with what Amanda was doing.
No.
And she's like, and they're at the bar. She's like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep.
Amanda's lucky Sam's skilled at karate, because Amanda saved her butt from
Sam.
That. Sam saved Amanda's butt from that lady, whatever her name was. I don't even know.
Elizabeth Rooney.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, all this time she's been like complaining about how karate causes all this problem, and yet Sam just jumped in and saved her butt with guess what? Karate.
Yep.
I mean, I think that believe it or not, as much as Sam wanted to be as much as Sam was fine with being there and visiting her grandmother and seeing her aunt Jessica,
Yeah.
she wanted to go home. She wanted to be
Yeah.
with Sam. I don't even think Amanda gave her the choice.
Yeah.
I think had Amanda given her the choice, she would have said I'm staying.
Yeah. She would have
She would
helped
have
Daniel.
realized how much Daniel needed her.
Yeah, she
Needed
would have helped
someone.
Daniel.
Yeah, needed someone from that side of the family. Needed someone on that family to know that they believe him. So what else do you want to talk about?
Um, hmm. It'll be interesting to see how Silver gets out of prison.
Oh yeah, but he's not going to break out.
He's
Oh,
gonna. He won't have to. He can literally just trick the.
buy his way
He
out.
can just bribe the officials, like or whatever. And Cobra Kai doesn't care. Like the law doesn't exist in the show. It really doesn't.
No.
Like that's what y'all need to remember.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, Cobra Kai karate, you saying that like Hector won't risk going to prison and all that to confront Miguel or whatever. Remember, the law doesn't exist in this show, so they'll probably
Yeah.
skip past that.
Oh, something else I thought of? What if the Sekai Tekai is in New Mexico? It's in New
Oh,
Mexico City.
jeez. Oh boy, then look out. Oh boy,
Imagine. Because it could be
they might,
anywhere.
because like it's a global tournament, so they might change locations every year.
Yeah.
So what if it's in New Mexico
New Mexico City.
and Hector is one of their sponsors?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Oh, you should bring that up to karate.
He's gonna love that one. You gotta love this one.
Because it could happen.
Yeah, definitely could. For sure.
Honestly, I don't
I
care
mean,
if
he had his own. He had a Hector had a like a fight club. Like he took. Well, it wasn't his, but um, he took Miguel to like a fighting thing, like a fight club in episode 2. So he's into that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the actor did say that, oh, you're a karate champion. How come I've never heard of you?
Yeah.
Well, he'll hear of him now.
Yeah, he's gonna put the pieces together real quickly.
It could be okay. So now we have 3 places of where it could be: New Mexico City, Okinawa, and South Korea.
Yeah, one of those for sure. And I do want to see the kids train in Okinawa for
Yeah,
a
I do
couple
too.
episodes.
I stand by what I say. I think by the end of the series, I think will go with Chosen back to Okinawa.
Yeah,
And, and
I agree.
I think she'll continue training the Miyagi-Do style. I think she'll continue the Miyagi-Do branch of Miyagi training from the Okinawan branch, from the Miyagi
Yeah,
branch, while Anthony continues the LaRusso branch.
yeah.
Because I think
I don't think it'll be from Hector, cinema fan. I think it'll be from Silver
Silver.
because it
Yeah.
just makes more sense. 3 generations of Cobra Kai, So I think that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I think Miguel protects his family from Hector.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be a roller coaster, Terry Silver. Definitely.
Because the main teens are going to be young adults. They're all going to be 18 years old. So they're going to have to start fighting some of the adults.
Yeah.
Like Miguel made quick work of that guy in episode 1. Like he
Yeah.
knocked him to the floor pretty quickly.
I'm waiting for the scene where Sensei Kim has Sam on the ground and Tori saves Sam.
Yes, we need that.
We need that. We definitely need that. All this time, Tori's been attacking and trying to hurt Sam. It would be nice to actually see her defend Sam.
Yeah.
Especially after Sam defended her in season 5.
Because Sam saved Tori in season 5. You gotta reverse it in season 6.
Right.
You gotta have Tori make up for what she's done.
Exactly. That's why I think the best way to do that is for Sensei Kim to see a bigger threat in Sam than she does in Tori, especially if she beats her top student in the Sekai Tekai.
Cinema fan, that's a good shout. That makes more sense than Tori moving in with the LaRussos, because she's actually close. She actually has a good relationship with Devin, so that makes more sense.
Yeah, but Devin would actually have to get consent from her father or whoever she's living with.
Yeah. But I think the LaRussos would just get her a nicer apartment. Yeah. So she can get away from the creepy landlord.
Mm-hmm.
Either take place Japan, South Korea, or Mexico City.
Yep.
If it was in Boston, that'd be nice, but
I don't think so.
Probably won't happen.
Julie's going to come to them. I don't think I think Julie's going to come to them, not them go to Julie.
I agree.
It's Okinawa, not Japan.
I think Okinawa is in Japan. I think.
Is it?
I think it is.
Or is it between China and Japan?
Okinawa, part of Japan. Southernmost and westmost prefecture of Japan, and it has population. Okay, I don't need to read that. So it says it's a city in Japan.
Oh, okay. All right. It could, yeah.
It's like its little island. It's like a little island, which is pretty cool.
But I can't wait for that double date.
Most likely is South Korea, in my opinion, but I could see Mexico City. But yeah, I'm looking forward to
oh my god,
the double date.
How do you think it'll start and go?
I said McPizzas. I said Boston because that's my sports city, but it's probably not going to happen.
No.
Anyway, the double date. I think it's going to be in episode 4 because like if we looked at what's happened in recent episode 4s. Season 4, episode 4, you had Tori dressed in a mermaid outfit, and Sam spent the whole scene making fun of her. Season 5, you had the whole water park thing, where like they were at each other's throats. Like Tori and Sam were keeping their distance from each other, but Miguel and Robbie were having arguments. Hawk, but. I think episode 4 would make sense for it to happen.
Yeah.
And then
it's not going to end well.
And then episode 5 or 6 is where Sam and Tori finally get over their beef and you give that rivalry closure.
Yeah, I mean, just like not friendship, but just like.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a friendship.
Just where they were actually. Season 5, actually episode 5 or 6, like actually I could see it being episode 5 because that seems to be like the game changing episode. I could see episode 5 where Tori finally joins, and Tori and Sam, through a training exercise this time, set up by Chosen and probably Mike Barnes, as well as their boyfriends. Where they have to work together and they develop a respect and appreciation for each other's skills.
Yes, I've seen the casting calls, Jim Tim. They put out a recent one. They're looking for Asian background extras for Sensei Kim students. So it's looking like they're going to introduce them pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What the heck is this? There's rumors of a new character appearing named Gary, so apparently he's in season 6, episode 2. You found that on IMDb, take it with a grain of salt because it isn't always accurate. They said
Yeah.
that Allie was going to appear in season 4, episode 1. That didn't happen.
Nope. Something else too. If Sensei Kim does send her students to the West Valley High to spy on the Miyagi Fangs, one of them's probably going to figure out that that not only are they Sensei Kim's students, but that Cobra Kai is not as dead in the water
Yep.
as they thought it was before anybody else figures it out. And I think it should be Sam this time.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know why I think it should be Sam? Because in like season, well, like they've all had like big moments, like where just they've come to a like the truth, like a heel face realization. But nobody's like really taken them seriously enough until it was almost too late. Miguel had that in Miguel had that in season 1 and season 2, and Robbie had that, in seasons 3 and 4, and Tori had that in season 5, and season 4 and 5, and Daniel had that in season 5 with Terry Silver. So I think like that. I think it should be like Sam this time, where she realizes that not only these students Sensei Kim's, but they're also Cobra Kai. But nobody believes her. Like they just think that she wants to just keep the fighting going. And they don't realize that she's right, that she was telling the truth this whole time until it was almost too late, until like Cobra Kai reveals themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Does that make sense, or would you play it
Yeah, it
out a little
does.
differently? Who
Yeah, it
would you
makes
like? I mean, would you prefer? Could you see Sam, or could you see a different character?
I think Sam makes the most sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in a couple of minutes because I have
All
work
right.
tomorrow.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, I think like if they start making trouble, Sam. A lot of people don't give Sam credit where credit is due.
They
She learned her lesson the
they use
first
her
time.
for the scapegoat for everything, and it's so annoying. It's so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like if something happens, oh, it's Sam's fault. Oh, it's Sam's
Yeah.
fault. It's Sam's fault.
Yeah. Hey, you sounded just like Chosen One. You
Yeah.
sounded just like the Chosen One. Oh, another Robbie video. I can't do it as well as he can, but
Another Robbie video.
it's Sam's fault. But you have to give Sam credit where credit is due. Like when she realized her dad was right about Kyler, she never
Yeah.
she never doubted her dad again. She always heeded his warning.
Yeah, the only time she questioned him was when he was complaining about Cobra Kai being back. And he's like, "What if they've changed?" And he's like, they'll never change. Just stay away from the kids that are in it, all right?"
But even then, like
she was conflicted. She didn't know what to do because she trusts her dad, but she likes Miguel though.
Yeah, it's kind of like she didn't want to make the same mistake that she did with Kyler.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like she was heeding her dad's warning.
Yeah.
So that's why she was like hesitant, like to introduce them, because it's like, and she like when Miguel accidentally hit her because he was trying to hit Robbie. She wasn't mad that he hit her. He was mad that he was trying to hit somebody.
Yeah.
Start a fight. And like she said, my dad was right about Cobra Kai. So it's like she didn't want to. Here's the thing. It's not like she didn't believe him. It's not like she didn't believe Daniel. It's that she didn't want to believe him. Like she didn't want to believe that. So she learned her lesson from Kyler, and she never doubted her dad again, even when it comes to the stuff that she doesn't want to believe is true. That doesn't mean that she doubts him. It just means she just doesn't want it to be true.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I think I have a feeling when it comes to the Sekai Tekai, this is going to be it's going to be all everyone's seasons, but I think in where the Sekai Tekai is concerned, and Cobra Kai, it's going to be Sam and Robbie's season. Because I think I mean not the whole season, but like I said, everybody's going to get their
everybody will get their shine. Like season 5, 10 episodes, they made sure every character got their shine. They'll do the same with season 6. So they've proven that they can do it.
Yeah. It's just kind of like it's just you know what I mean? It's kind of like where I just have a feeling that where it comes to the Sekai Tekai, that's where Robbie and Sam will really shine. Like that's where their arcs will. That's where they'll be that's where they will be the forefront.
Like the whole world will get to see their skills because it's a global tournament.
And I think that's where we need.
Yeah, it's the only thing I'm not gonna like about it, McPizzas, is the Sam Abby shippers are gonna be blasting with edits. That's gonna annoy the crap out of me.
Yep. And something else too. We need the Sam. That's
like if Tori gets injured by one of Kim's students and Sam has to take a place in the finals, they're gonna be like, it's Sam's fault.
Yes. Let's face it, they would blame Sam for world hunger if they could. It's just we need you know what we need the version of Sam that she was back in season 3. We need Sam LaRusso back in
the
season
real
6.
Samantha LaRusso.
What?
The real Samantha LaRusso.
Right. That was the real Samantha LaRusso in season 3. In season 1 and 2, she was just introduced as Daniel's daughter, Miguel's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, the Allie Mills of the show. Season 3 comes around, bam, we get introduced to Sam LaRusso.
Yep.
She's Daniel's daughter, but she's her own person. Like as Sam said, I'm taking the reins now. We need that part of her back. We need Sam LaRusso back taking the reins in season 6.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, and that's where I think like she's going to be the first to see that Cobra Kai is not as dead in the water as everybody thinks. And she's going to try to warn everybody, but everyone's going to think that she's just not letting it go. And they're not going to believe her until Cobra Kai brings the fight to them. And then that's when they're going to realize she was right. Just like everybody realized that Daniel was right about Terry Silver. And Tori was right about Silver bribing the ref. And Robbie was right, about the dangers of Cobra Kai and how
oh no,
brainwashing it is.
No, let's not. Do not give Mary any clergy lines this season.
Oh God.
Give them all to Sensei Kim. Give them all to Sensei Kim and her students.
Give them all to her. But
Sensei
anyway,
Kim and her students can have all the cringy lines this season. Don't give any more to Sam.
yeah. I think we need a moment in season 6 where Sam was right, big time.
She's
You
a
know,
she's a smart girl, so
where Sam was right, big time, and they should have listened to her.
yep.
You want to mention that to karate or watch party? See what they think.
Mention what?
Mention about Sam figuring out that Sam being the first one to figure out that Cobra Kai is not as dead in the water as they
Yeah, I
think it
could.
is, and tries to warn them.
Man, karate won't mind it because it has nothing to do with Hector. But
Right.
I don't know. Watch Party's not the biggest Sam fan,
No.
so I don't know how he would feel about it.
I mean, he'd probably be right with
Just,
whatever he says, but
he's not.
it's just fun
He's
to
not
think
the
of.
biggest. Let's just say he's not the biggest Sam fan.
No. I mean,
Definitely not. Like I remember his older videos of like, she's a terrible girlfriend. She's not a good friend.
no. I mean, in all honesty, Sam's a person, Sam's human. She makes
I
mistakes.
mean, she's a teenage girl finding her way through
But
life.
at least, I'll say this: at least she's smart enough to learn from her mistakes the first time.
Like,
Unlike a lot of characters who have to make the same mistake over and over and over again before they finally get it.
like I can relate to her in a way. Like she's a teenager trying to find her way through life, so I can
Get
relate
out of
to
a
that.
bad shadow.
Like I can relate to her trying to find her way through life. I can relate
Yeah.
to that. She's
Yeah.
trying to break out of her dad's shadow, and she wants to cement her own legacy.
Yeah. And something else too. I want to see more of her connection with Mr. Miyagi in this season. Like
Yeah,
maybe her sharing a memory of her own with him and how maybe his death
yeah,
may
like,
have affected her karate.
yeah. Like we could see a bonding scene between her and Tori, and she shares a memory of Mr. Miyagi with Tori.
Mm-hmm. And that could be why it
And
ultimately
that,
led to her leaving karate for 8 years.
yeah, and then Tori actually respects her for it.
Yeah.
Like Tori shows respect for it.
Mm-hmm. She still doesn't like Sam, but she still respects her for it. All right, well, I'm gonna start heading out, okay?
All right.
This was an amazing stream. I can't wait till next week. Um thank you so much. Hey, I was wondering, do you think it's possible we could maybe do it like a little bit earlier?
Maybe.
Maybe like 8:30 or something? I mean, it's up to you. I'd have no problem with the time that you
I'm
pick.
in I'm in Mountain Time, so it's 8 o'clock now for me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
No,
yeah, I
like,
know you're in Eastern Time, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like, no worries. I'm fine with whatever time you pick.
Yeah.
I'll always show up for your streams. 'Cause like I said, you're my friend.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Mhm. All right. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
All right. Have a good night. All right. Battery's low, so I might end it soon, but we'll go for like 3 more minutes, maybe. No clue where Tristan's at. Everyone else is probably busy, but could answer some more questions if you guys want to. Could be Cobra Kai related, could be pop culture, could be sports, whatever you guys want. I'm gonna 1v1 karate on Friday. Have fun with that. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Yes, I have seen School Spirits, and it is a really good show. It's in my top 5 favorite TV shows right now. Peyton is amazing in it. Love her character. I like the story. I like the cliffhangers they give you, like at the end of every episode. And just like the first episode alone got me invested in it, which is great. And I really enjoy, um, her character development, character arc, and I'm excited for season 2. Won't get it for a while because Peyton has to film um, Cobra Kai, obviously. But when they're done with that, she'll work on School Spirits. Do you, Tristan? No, that one got taken down. We have one with Karate, Zone, Multiverse of Fandoms, which is Cobra Kai Talk now. Ben, I think that's it. I liked it too. Yeah. I think it's an underrated show. Do you think Tori and Maddie would be friends? I think so. I think they can relate on stuff. Like, I think Tori and Maddie can relate to, the parental situation. Like, Maddie lost her dad, and Tori's mom's dying, so they can relate on that front in a way. Excited for The Boys season 4. Me too. I love that show. I just finished watching it, and I thought it was really good. I don't even it's so hard to rank the seasons because all 3 of them are really good. In my opinion, my favorite has to be season 3 because my favorite character, Soldier Boy's in it. Jensen Ackles, amazing addition, brilliant addition to the cast. He's a phenomenal actor. Been a fan of him for a while now. I hope he either gets casted as Batman in the DCU or he gets casted as MCU Wolverine once Hugh Jackman's officially done. Sup, Tristan? I think Tori and Maddie have some things in common, but I don't think Maddie would approve of Tori's actions. Yeah, I agree with you on that front for sure. She definitely wouldn't approve. She would probably be the voice of reason for Tori. It's funny, in an interview Peyton did, she was asked who she think would win in a fight. Emma, her character from Jesse, and Maddie versus Tori with her hands tied behind her back. And Peyton actually said, I still think Tori would win. So I think that's pretty funny. 2025, yeah, I think so. Gonna invite Tristan real quick because I want to do something with him. And then that'll wrap it up. Okay. Best character is Starlight. I mean, she's okay. I mean, I kind of get annoyed with her sometimes, and sometimes she has really good moments. So, I like her relationship with Huey. I think that's good chemistry right there. She's pretty much besides Maeve, she's really the only actual hero on the 7. Like everyone else is just an evil piece of shit. But yeah. Xavier. Oh yeah, I hate that dude. Xavier. That dude pisses me off. Starlight is honestly best character in the boys. I don't know about that, but the actress does a good job. Yes, he sells the role as Homelander. Homelander is amazing. Well, he's an amazing villain. Let's just say that. But let me get this out of the way. Homelander does not stand a chance against Superman. I'm gonna just say that. Like Soldier Boy. Sorry, Homelander is afraid of Soldier Boy. So I'm just saying. But we have Tristan here. What's up, dude?
So,
I thought we would do a mock draft together because we were supposed to do it on the Sportsville the other week, but we were already getting into debates with karate and zone,
what
and
are mock drafts like?
And we just had to postpone it.
Oh, what is a mock draft?
The NFL mock draft. But I thought we do our version here, and Karate can watch it on the replay, or if he's in here right now, he can watch it. Probably going to disagree with some of our takes, but that's fine. But sure, Karate will want to do a mock draft on the Sportsville on Friday, and he can do his version, and him and Zone will debate about it, but we'll do our version here, and we'll end off the stream there. But we'll do 2 rounds because there's some teams that don't have a first round pick. So I'll go as fast as possible. The Chicago Bears have the first overall pick for the 2nd year in a row.
Damn.
They have a couple different options they can do. They could use it on Caleb Williams. They can use it on Drake May if they want. They can use it on Marvin Harrison if they want, or they can trade it and get assets. Me personally, I think they're going to take Caleb Williams and they're going to move on from Fields and try to get assets for Fields because he probably boosted his trade value. His trade value probably went up because he had a nice run to end the season. I know Karate disagrees with me on this one, but don't be surprised if the Bears just take Caleb Williams at number 1. But what do you think the Bears should do?
I think they'll take. It's possible. I think they might take Marvin Harrison Jr. because I think they believe in Fields still. They'll want to give him another chance. So I think they would want to have another good receiver.
Yeah,
because the way they talked at the end of the season, it seems like they still want to keep him. So
yeah. So the Bears were to trade this pick. Who do you think they should trade it to?
Oh, so like if they trade like the Caleb Williams pick?
Yeah.
Which other teams have like a really big good draft pick?
So we got Commanders at 2. We got Patriots at 3. Cardinals don't need a quarterback. Chargers don't need one. Giants, Karate doesn't want a quarterback. They're probably going to run it back, Daniel Jones. Yeah. Tennessee has Will Levis. Falcons will probably get Jaden Daniels. Bears have another pick. Jets, they already have Aaron Rodgers.
That's they're going to still try to use Aaron Rodgers.
I'd be a bit concerned because he's 40 years old and he's coming off an Achilles injury. But we'll see what happens.
I feel like it's either
Minnesota,
Commanders or Patriots.
I could see the Vikings doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, Caleb Williams and the Vikings would be fucking insane because they have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. That'd be
But
fucking
I feel like they're gonna try with Kirk Cousins again.
Yeah. Then Broncos, possibility. The Raiders, possibility. Saints, I doubt it. I don't even know what they're going to do at quarterback. Colts don't need him.
I think they'll try to give Derek Carr another chance.
Yeah. So,
either Commanders or Patriots, because you guys, both of your team need a good quarterback. So.
And I wasn't going to do Patriots because I didn't want to be biased, but it is possible since Belichick isn't the GM anymore. So
unless the Commanders really want to try freaking Sam Howell again, but
yeah, but they just hired Adam Peters as their GM, and I think he's smarter than that.
Yeah, but he would want to get the big draft pick, Caleb Williams.
Yeah. But it depends on who wants him more. But Gerard Mayo had his press conference today, and he said that they're going to get they're gonna get talent at like the most needed position, when he was talking about the draft. So he said we're gonna fix the most important positions on this team. And what's the most important position in football? It's quarterback.
Yeah, they need somebody like Caleb Williams.
So it looks like the Patriots will be taking a quarterback. Now, if Caleb and Drake May are off the board, I think the Patriots should take Marvin Harrison. I think it would be stupid if they pass on another wide receiver talent.
Yeah, because you guys don't have the most elite receivers. You're gonna need one.
We have some solid ones, like Kendrick Bourne and Demario Douglas had good seasons.
They're good, but you don't have one that's your guy. You don't have one that's that's our guy right there.
But what a trade would look like, let's see, we'll pull up. Can't trade players, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, but see. So we get this pick. We would obviously have to give this one up, and I think it would cost a second and probably a first next year. I think that's pretty fair. Could be a little more than that, but you never know. But Patriots now have number one. They would obviously take Caleb Williams. You have to build a good offense around him too. That's what free agency's for. They have a lot of
I feel like Bryce Young still has a chance, but he did not have the best team around him.
Yeah. But next up, the Commanders, you got to go quarterback. Nothing against Sam Howell, but I don't think he's your guy for the future. And Drake May's, deep ball is really good. And if you can bring in a good coach, because they got rid of their coach, thankfully, if they can get a Mike Vrabel or a Ben Johnson or just somebody, future could be bright and they could be a contender in their division. But you have the Bears. If they want Marvin Harrison, they have to trade with the Patriots or the Commanders because I don't see Marvin Harrison falling out of the top three. I just don't see it. But Justin Fields, Marvin Harrison, DJ Moore, that'd be fucking insane.
Oh, yeah, dude. They would have two of the top receivers because DJ Moore is really up there, I think.
Yeah, he's a smart dude. That'd be fucking insane. Next, we have the Cardinals. They go Malik Neighbors. You get Kyler Murray, a weapon. Yeah. Malik Neighbors, easily the second best.
The best receiver on the team.
Right now, it's Hollywood Brown. He used to play for the Ravens. His real name.
They want to have another full season, Kyle Murray, because he didn't get to play the entire season.
Yeah, because he tore his Achilles last year against the Patriots.
So he was injured through the entire year, all the way into the season.
And he had some nice games. Like he beat the Eagles. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was like 21-6, and he came back.
I believe he threw a pick six that game too.
Yeah.
Everybody
thought Eagles were going to win that, but then he came back.
He still got the win.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers to the Chargers. I think that makes sense. They need a tight end.
What is he? Is he like a receiver?
He's a tight end. They need tight end badly. And
they don't have the best tight end. They have Keenan Allen as a receiver.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and you got Mike Williams. Quentin Johnson was a rookie, so hopefully he gets better. But you get Justin Herbert, another weapon. If you can get him a coach, like you can bring in Belichick or Jim Harbaugh. I probably said his name wrong, but I think the Chargers have a bright future. And if they get a good coach and Justin Herbert is balling out with Keenan Allen, Brock Bowers, Mike Williams, Chiefs, you better look out. Just because you're on top, there's only one way to go.
Down.
Or the Giants, Cobra Kai Karate's team. I wouldn't rule out Jaden Daniels, but I think they're going to prioritize offensive line because that offensive line is horrible. They let Daniel Jones get sacked 12 times. Like, he was getting sacked left and right in that Seahawks game.
You could say they need a receiver too, but I feel like they need a more offensive line.
And they have cap space. They can sign a receiver in free agency.
I
think Joe Alt's the perfect pick for them. He's the best offensive line in the class. You get a guy that can give your quarterback more time to throw the ball. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans. They need offensive line badly. They go Alu from Penn State. They have one of the weakest offensive lines, and Will Levis was struggling. But Atlanta Falcons, this pick is obvious. Jaden Daniels. Things could be looking up for the Falcons.
They need a quarterback who's Desmond.
They interviewed Bill Belichick. Apparently, it lasted 3 hours and 28 minutes. That's what I was told.
I wish we had him as a head coach because I do not want McCarthy back.
Yeah.
They're
like, wow, they're running it back with McCarthy and Dak. Oh, boy.
We'll see if it's freaking Dak or McCarthy. That's the problem. I don't know.
But with the Falcons, they're really only one quarterback away from being a playoff team. Bijan Robinson had a good season. Former Patriots tight end Jonnu Smith was balling out in Atlanta this year. He was actually getting more snaps than Kyle Pitts for some reason. Yeah. Drake London, pretty underrated receiver.
Who's the running back?
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, Bijan.
And then defense is okay. You got AJ Terrell. You got Jesse Bates, Bengals legend.
What do you think they're going to do with like Desmond Ridder? You think he's going to just be a backup?
He's probably going to be a backup, or he's just going to get cut. I don't know. But
I don't think any team's going to pick him up.
But yeah, probably go to the XFL. Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But Jaden Daniels, the Falcons, makes too much sense. The Bears have another pick. This is their own. You got to go offensive line.
Yeah.
You got to fix that offensive line. And that's what Justin Fields was complaining about at the beginning of the season, is he was blaming the offensive line because they were not giving him enough time to throw the ball. And, it got to a point where he had to do what Lamar does, escape pressure and run it himself.
Yeah.
And that's great. And I really like that about Fields. But next up, we have the New York Jets. They also have to go offensive line.
Because they already have a good receiver and a quarterback. So,
Aaron Rodgers got hurt the first snap of the game.
Yeah, he only had 4 plays, and
you need to tweak that offensive line. You need to
They
protect
already have
Aaron
a good
Rodgers.
receiver. They have Garrett Wilson. So.
Yeah, you need to fix that offensive line because you have a 40-year-old quarterback who's coming off an Achilles injury. You're in a very tough division. You have Josh Allen and the Bills. You have Tyreek Hill and the Dolphins. Patriots are cleaning house. This division is going to be very competitive next year. I don't think it'll be as good as the AFC North, but I think it will be a competitive division. Next, we got the Vikings. I think you go corner. Defense needs a little work. Broncos, I could see them going quarterback because they're looking to move on from Russell Wilson. So
even though I would have gave him another chance, but
yeah.
I wouldn't blame him if he left though, because the way they treat him.
Yeah, I think they go Pennox. He's very underrated in my opinion. Didn't have the best game against Michigan, but he did get injured in that game. He does have a bit of an injury history, but I think Denver would be a good situation for him. Sean Payton is the coach. You have some solid receivers like Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, and Marvin Mims was a nice rookie for them this year. And the Broncos had a chance to go to the playoffs, but unfortunately, they choked against the Patriots. I don't know how that happened, but it is what it is.
Yeah, they literally had a playoff spot for themselves.
Yeah, they should have made the playoffs, in my opinion. But next, we have the Raiders. You got to go corner. Their defense is solid. You got Max Crosby. He's a freaking beast, but you got to get corners. Jack Jones, former Patriot, very underrated. He showed some promise in his rookie year. He picked off Aaron Rodgers and turned it into a pick six. And then he picked off Pat Mahomes this year and turned it into a pick six. So very underrated corners, got potential, but you need more than him. And I think, they should go corner. With the Saints, I have them going defensive line. They get Newton from Illinois. You got to work on that. Colts is a bit tricky. I say they go corner.
I was about to say quarterback, but the quarterback was just injured for most of the season.
Yeah, I have them taking Nate Wiggins out of Clemson because Kenny Moore is a free agent, so you don't know if he's going to resign with them or not. But their defensive players are getting older. They cut ties with Shaquille Leonard, which I didn't see that coming, but
he's on the Eagles now. But.
Yeah, they still have DeForest Buckner. He's getting a little older. He's not going to be able to play forever. But Colts, still a very good team. I could see them being a playoff team next year. They almost made it this year. Anthony Richardson showed some promise, but he's got to be a little less reckless when he's rushing the ball because he got injured twice this season. But Seattle, you got to keep adding to that defense. Dallas Turner's a perfect fit. The dude's a wrecking machine. Next is the Jaguars. It's fairly obvious you have to go edge rusher. Their defense is horrible. No one's calling them out for it. I think their defense is one of the weakest, and it's part of the reason why they didn't get into the playoffs. But, yeah. Bengals, you got to go offensive line. You got to get somebody to give Joe Burrow more time to throw the ball because he got injured badly this season, and you don't want to repeat that.
Yeah.
You want to make sure he's healthy next season so you guys can get into the playoffs and win a Super Bowl. Next up's the Rams. I have them going edge as well. Jared Verse, you got to work on that. You got to work on that defense because Aaron Donald can't play forever and he can't do everything.
Yeah, exactly.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. This is an interesting one. I haven't taken Kalen.
Offense, some offense too.
We'll take an offense in the second round. I like the idea of
they have good defense.
I like the idea of them drafting Kalen King because he actually was teammates with Joey Porter Jr. in college. So I think it makes too much sense to reunite those two together. And Patrick Peterson was supposed to be a huge pickup for them, and he kind of was a letdown. But Dolphins, you got to go offensive line. I have them taking Tyler Guyton out of Oklahoma. This offensive line's been beat up all year long. Teron Armstead's been in and out. Their left guard, I can't remember his name. He's basically been out the whole year. Their center, Connor Williams, was out the whole year. That was part of the problem with Miami's offense is they were not giving Tua enough time to throw the ball. Yeah. And Tua was making dumb throws too. Like I watched that Bills game, watched that Chiefs game. I'm like, dude, who are you throwing it to? Like, I'm like, bro, who are you throwing to? Like, it looked like he was throwing it right to the other team. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Eagles, I have them going safety. I know.
They need a better defense because their defense is not good this year.
Yeah, I know Jason Kelce retired this year, which good for him. He got out of that shit show. I feel bad that he didn't get a ring, but it is what it is.
He did get one when they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. But
he was on that team?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you did get a ring. Okay, my bad. But I think they go safety here because their safeties are old and can't run as much. I think Tyler Nubin would be a steal for them. I know Karate wants Nubin. We were talking about it the other night. So I think he would be pretty pissed if that happened. But the Texans, I have them going offensive line.
Yeah, Jason has been in the freaking league ever since 2011.
Yeah. Actually, I can see them adding to the defense. Add another pass rusher to go along with Will Anderson, so their defense gets a little better. Now we have the Cowboys. I don't know what position you want. I've been debating between offensive line and corner, but
it's either that or we need to fix our defense. Even though we technically had one of the better defenses this year, we need some more we need more better defensive players, especially like the secondary.
Yeah.
Because look how they're getting torched in that playoff game, dude.
I think Arnold would be a good addition to you. He's a good corner.
We need more physical dudes.
Stephon Gilmore he's getting a bit older.
Yeah, you can just tell by every game he's just him getting.
He is getting a bit older. Like he'll show flashes of his former self, but he wasn't
like that Eagles. At that second Eagles game, he was really good. But other games, you can just see the age.
Yeah. Trevon Diggs, he's still good, but he is getting older too. Jaron Bland, he's been solid. He's had some nice plays,
but I wouldn't call him elite.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
He has like the most interceptions, but besides that, he's not the best corner if you want to put him against a good receiver.
Next, got the Packers. You got to go corner as well. You got to fix that defense because this defense let Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers score 30 points.
Yeah.
Like if you look at all the other Panthers games, 10 points, 9 points, 6 points, 3 points, 0 points.
Yeah, exactly.
The Green Bay Packers are the only team that let them score 30.
And we lost that team. Embarrassing.
All right. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have been really good this year. I think they take Brian Thomas Jr. To replace Mike Evans if he does go to a different team. Because Mike Evans is going to have a big market this offseason. And, teams, he's either going to go to a contender or he's going to go to a team that's going to pay him a huge amount of money. Next, we have the Cardinals. You add to that, you got to work on that defense. You got a pass rusher. The Chiefs, it's fairly obvious you need a wide receiver. You got to take Keon Coleman.
You guys need a wide receiver. You know you got that dude Rice or whatever his name is.
Especially if Travis Kelce retires after this season, because
they have that dude, whatever his name is, Rasheed Rice. He has potential. But
yeah, Rasheed Rice is. I could see him being a solid number 2 for them for sure. Yeah. Like he's a nice slot receiver, but I don't think he's a number 1.
Yeah, they don't have any other good receivers besides him.
Yeah, like Kadarius Toney's terrible, Richie James terrible, and Travis Kelce, like he's starting to decline pretty quick. Like he's dropping passes left and right.
Yeah.
And I said it before. I think the Bills will beat them. And I think
I don't know.
If the Bills beat them, don't be surprised if the day after Travis Kelce announces retirement, like his brother did.
Retires with his brother.
Because because he does want to spend more time with his family, so I could see it happening.
I can still see them winning that game, but
because
I just feel like they're still going to go to.
I just think the Bills have been more consistent than they have, and the Bills have more to prove, in my opinion.
Because I feel like the Chiefs want to get another AFC Championship game. I don't know.
And this time, Buffalo's at home this time. So
and imagine the Chiefs make it to another AFC Championship game. You know they've been struggling this whole year. That just proves how good they are when they're great.
Everybody's going to blame the refs. Everybody's going to blame the refs for sure. Next, we have the Bills. I have them going receiver. Gabe Davis is a free agent, and I don't think he's worth re-signing, so I think you let him go. Next, we have the Detroit Lions. I think they need to work on their defense a bit.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Their secondary.
Yeah. Just take the best corner available. All right. For the Niners, I have them taking an offensive lineman because Trent Williams isn't going to play forever. So you get a developmental piece right there. The Ravens, I'm not even sure. Like they could go corner or wide receiver. See what our options are. Yeah, so TJ Tampa might be a steal for them. We'll see. Carolina Panthers, it's obvious you got to go wide receiver.
Yeah, because they don't have any good receivers.
And you got to go get Xavier Worthy, very underrated prospect. He can get down the field pretty quickly. He's very good in Texas this year, so I think that's the pick for them. Bears, I think you go defense. You got to work on that defense. Leonard Taylor out of Florida. The Cardinals, they go corner, in my opinion. They need a corner. They get this guy. The Commanders go offensive line because you need to fix that offensive line. Jordan Morgan out of Arizona. Chargers go defense, in my opinion, because you need to work on that defense.
Yeah.
You get another receiver for the Titans. Troy Franklin out of Oregon. Decent prospect. I think you still get an offensive line for the Giants because you need to fix that. Then you get another edge for Washington because they traded away Chase Young and Montez Sweat.
I think that was so dumb.
That hurt their defense.
Because he was the best part.
Green Bay, I think you get Jordan Love, another receiver.
Yeah.
Vikings, I have them taking McCarthy, and you have them develop under Kirk Cousins for a bit. Then when Kirk Cousins retires, McCarthy can take over. Yeah. And he's in the perfect position. Cardinals, they take a pass rusher. Their defense needs a little work. Raiders, Karate and I talked about this the other night. Take Bo Nix. You have him learn under a veteran quarterback. Same situation with McCarthy. Saints, I guess you go offensive line. Colts, I think they take another wide receiver. And then Giants probably go an offensive line.
For sure.
Barton. And then Jaguars, I got to go corner. They need corner help really badly. Bengals, I have them going tight end. And he takes Sanders out of Texas. Kind of underrated. But Bengals need a tight end badly.
Yeah.
Eagles, you got to get more corner help. Steelers, you go offensive line, obviously. Rams, go corner. We take Josh Newton out of TCU. Eagles, probably go linebacker here. Or Jordan Cooper. The Browns, I go offensive line probably. Dolphins need to work on the defense. They need to work on the defense as well. Cowboys, I'd probably go offensive line. You gotta get
because some of the guys we have, they're not getting any younger. Like Zach Martin, he's been on the team for so long. He's not gonna, be like this forever.
Then Tampa, they get an edge. Probably go offensive line for the Packers. I think go another wide receiver for Texans. Get CJ Stroud another weapon. Chiefs, go D-line. Byron Murphy, that would make sense. The Bills, I can see them going corner because they were banged up in corner. Hart out of Notre Dame. Lions need some pass rushing help. Niners, I can see them going safety. And then last but certainly not least, the Ravens, my bad. Probably get another wide. And then that is it.
But they're already good on defense.
But yeah, that is our 2-round mock draft.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Karate's going to watch this on the replay, and he's going to have some words for us.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Okay. Hyped for Deadpool 3 trailer. Me too. But we fit the Super Bowl. I think it'll be Ravens, Niners, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Unless if somehow Green Bay upsets the Niners, I don't see it. But
or the Lions, I'm gonna make it too.
I do want to see Niners Lions in the NFC Championship, and I want to see Ravens Bills.
They probably the most likely beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So.
Yeah. Definitely excited for the Super Bowl.
We should be freaking going against the Bucks or Lions right now, but
Yeah.
Everybody had us win that game. Everybody.
Yeah, it's tough because one home game you lose is in the playoffs. That sucks.
It's like the most Cowboys thing ever. Like we'll win every single home game ever, but when it's the playoff first game, we'll lose.
Yeah.
This was like the easiest path in an NFC Championship game.
Yeah,
we would have had 2 home games.
You would have had 2 home games, and
And obviously, I don't think we're gonna.
Toughest opponent was the Niners.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna beat the Niners, but at least we finally make it after freaking so many damn years.
Yeah, since 1995.
Yeah, we could have. That would have been the easiest thing. 2 home games, and then we go against the Niners at their house. And if we lose, and so be it. I mean, if we beat them, that would make it even better. That we go to the Super Bowl, but
like it would have been more respectable if you guys lost in the NFC Championships.
Everybody would have expected it.
Because the Niners are loaded. Like, they have so many weapons.
Everybody would have expected us. I think everybody expected us to lose to the Niners or the Lions or something.
Like,
not the freaking Packers in the first one.
Like, the Niners have always been a good team. Like, they've had a couple rough years, but for the majority of the time, they've been a great team.
Yeah.
Like, you have the Joe Montana and Jerry Rice days. You have the Steve Young days. Like, now you got Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. And then they have a loaded defense, too.
Yeah. The thing is, the Cowboys have always had freaking talented rosters. Like, we've always had good dudes. We've always had, like, dudes like Dez Bryant, Terrell Owens, like, all the time. And now we got CD Lamb.
I think you guys got to get more weapons other than CeeDee Lamb, because I don't think he can do everything. Like, he is Dak's go-to guy.
Yeah.
Like, you can get, like...
that when the people clamp him up, he could tell Dak is scared.
Yeah. Like, you take away his weapon, then he's kind of screwed.
Honestly, I do think Brandon Cooks is good. When he's not that good.
He's like, oh shit, what am I supposed to do?
Because we got Brandon Cooks, but I don't think he's that good. And we're like Dak's like, I always have Brandon Cooks still.
I was familiar with Brandon Cooks because he used to play for the Patriots. Yeah. He played for the Patriots one year.
Yeah, I do think he's good, but I don't think Dak will always think of him. He'll always think of CD.
He's like a number 2, and Gallup's a number 3. Yeah. Like, CeeDee Lamb's like your main guy.
Yeah, and I think he's like far above like Dak's guy.
Like, kind of like Gronk was Brady's go-to guy for like.
He also even had Edelman.
Yeah, he had Edelman. He's had Randy Moss. He's had Wes Welker.
Yeah,
like, he's had some good receivers over the years. Like, but for like the longest time, Gronk was his go-to guy, and when he retired, he kind of struggled the year after, and Belichick refused to get him another wide receiver. Like, they did sign Antonio Brown that year, but he only played 1 game, and they cut him because of legal issues.
Oh yeah, I was like, why did they cut him?
I'm like, no.
Man, I get why they cut him.
It's like, there was no point because he ended up back in the NFL anyway because the Bucs signed him.
Yeah, and he got a ring with him.
I'm like, we should have kept him.
Tom Brady did get a ring with him too.
And, part of the problem was, like, for some reason, Belichick wanted to replace Brady with Jimmy Garoppolo for some reason. I don't know why. Like, he viewed Garoppolo as, like, the next in line, and he wanted to move on from Brady earlier than we originally did. And after we lost the Super Bowl against the Eagles, Brady told Kraft, like, you need to trade Jimmy Garoppolo for assets to build around me. So Kraft pushed Belichick to trade Garoppolo, so they traded him to the Niners, which pissed Belichick off.
And Garoppolo would have done anything.
Yeah, and they ended up they still ended up winning the next year. They beat the Rams. But then Gronk retired because
people would say, well, Jimmy went to the freaking Super Bowl. Well, he had a good team around him.
Well, Kyle Shanahan can make any quarterback look good.
Look at all the weapons he had too. So,
like, look what he's doing with Brock Purdy. Like,
look how freaking Jimmy's doing on the Raiders now. He's trash. Yeah,
they benched him for freaking 8-0.
Yeah, I don't think they even try to start him after that.
Yeah, like, they just benched him for they spent money. They spent money, signed him, played like trash. Then they benched him for Aiden O'Connell, and they went with him for the rest of the season. That
was like a waste of money.
But Gronk retired because Belichick was trying to trade him for some reason. I don't know why. You literally just won the Super Bowl. I don't know why you're trying to trade him.
You guys could have won another one.
Like it makes no sense. Like, and so Gronk retired because he didn't want to get traded, and they signed old ass Ben Watson, who played for the Patriots in the early 2000s when they won in 01, 03, and 04.
Yeah.
And they drafted fucking N'Keal Harry over AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, and Deebo Samuel, which still
always took all those dudes over whoever you're talking.
Like it just blows my mind. And
you really could have got Deebo, freaking AJ Brown, who are top receivers.
Yeah. And AJ Brown wanted to get drafted by the Patriots. Like he said, he was upset that they didn't draft him, which I don't blame him. So like his receivers were an older Julian Edelman, N'Keal Harry, who's a bust, which I don't even think he's in the league anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's pretty much it. Which they had a good regular season record-wise, but they went one and done in the playoffs, of course. And Brady wanted to stay with the team. He wanted to re-sign with them. But Belichick said, we're doing things my way. If you don't like it, then leave. And that's
the guy
he pretty much
Super Bowls left and
he pretty much pushed Brady out the door. I'm like, you pushed the golden boy out the door.
I thought they were close. I thought they were close like that.
Yeah.
And they literally won Super Bowls together left and right.
Yeah. Like Kraft was trying to keep them together. Like he was trying to make things peaceful. And
I wouldn't blame him because those guys literally won Super Bowls together. Why would you ever want to get rid of them?
Yeah. And they went out and signed Cam Newton, which is actually not a bad thing because he doesn't have to deal with the pressure of replacing Brady because he already had the confidence.
Yeah, but he didn't. He was not good on the Patriots.
He was really good with the Panthers. He actually started out pretty good that season, but then he got hurt and he was dealing with COVID, and then he just went downhill pretty quick.
Wait, when did he leave the Patriots?
So what happened was, Mac Jones outperformed him in the preseason and training camp, so they cut Cam instead of keeping him as a veteran backup quarterback, which I think that's what they should have done. But it might have just been a money thing. So Mac Jones takes over, has a phenomenal season. So we got reports out that Bill Belichick was never a Mac Jones guy. He didn't even want to draft him in the first place. He actually wanted to draft Davis Mills in that draft, whoever that was. I don't even know if he made it into the NFL, but he wanted to draft somebody named Davis Mills.
Yeah.
It was Robert Kraft who pushed Bill Belichick to draft Mac Jones because he wanted Mac Jones. That's who he wanted. And the rest of the staff were pushing him to draft him, so that's what he did. And he had a good rookie season. Josh McDaniels was the offensive coordinator. He's had success he's good at developing quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He's had success with Brady twice. And he had success with Mac Jones his rookie year. However, he takes a head coaching job with the Raiders, and we all know how that goes. And Bill Belichick decides to hire Matt Patricia as the offensive coordinator.
He's one of the worst coordinators.
Yeah. The only reason he got that job is that he's close with Bill. That's the only reason he got it. And Mac has a horrendous season. He regresses, doesn't play very well. They go 8-9, miss the playoffs. And by the way, Bill Belichick wanted to keep Matt Patricia for another year. He wanted to run it back with him. And his reasoning was the offense was getting better down the stretch. He wanted to do another year with Matt Patricia as the offensive coordinator.
Dumb.
And Robert Kraft said no. He said, I want you to hire Bill O'Brien. And so Belichick kind of had no choice. He had to let go of Patricia and Joe Judge. They went to the Eagles, and Belichick hired Bill O'Brien. And Bill O'Brien requested to bring in his own coaching staff because he wanted a clean slate for the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to restore Mac Jones because he worked with him in Alabama. And Belichick denied his request. And so Bill O'Brien couldn't bring in any of his own staff. He had to work with Belichick's same regime from the same year. Free agency, he refuses to re-sign Jacoby Myers, which was Mac's go-to guy, kind of like how CeeDee Lamb is Dak's go-to guy.
Yeah.
So you let Mac's go-to guy, the guy that he trusts and always throws to, you let him go to the Raiders.
Yeah.
And you basically gave the same exact contract to Juju Smith-Schuster.
Dumb.
And he didn't know that Juju Smith-Schuster had knee problems. He didn't know that. And as for the offensive line, the reason they did not sign an offensive tackle or draft one is because they thought that they were too overrated. They thought they were overrated. That's why they didn't draft a tackle or sign one. They thought they were overrated. That's their excuse.
They're asking for the downfall. Damn.
Yep. Then comes probably July. The Arizona Cardinals released DeAndre Hopkins.
Yes, had your best chance to get him.
And Hopkins was interested in playing for the Patriots because he has a good off-the-field relationship with Belichick. He wanted to come here. And we had the money for him. And he took a 2-day visit with us. 2-day visit.
Yeah.
He was even hanging out in the locker room with Matt Judon. So it looked like it was going to happen. And the reason it fell through is because they didn't offer him what he was asking for. And they said that you would not be a wide receiver one here.
He should be.
How would he not be the wide receiver one? Who's going to be wide receiver one over him? That doesn't make sense.
He's literally one of the best receivers right now.
Like he has the best hands in the game. Like he makes insane catches.
Before that, he was literally one of the best receivers in the league. Right.
Like he's making catches in triple coverage, and he can get his teammates open.
Now he's even up there with like receivers of all time now.
Then like you let him walk, you let him go to the Titans out of all teams, not the Bills, not the Chiefs, not the Cowboys, not even the Ravens. The Titans.
I wouldn't have minded having DeAndre Hopkins.
Because like he was walking around with a Cowboys hat on in his IG stories. I'm like, Cowboys might be a team, but they weren't interested.
I didn't even know that. How would you not pick him up? I would rather have him over Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, like Hopkins and CeeDee Lamb as a 1-2 punch. Sign me up.
Yeah,
because then Dak would have had another guy to throw to.
Yeah,
like Patriots, you could have had DeAndre Hopkins, you could have Jacoby Myers, Kendrick Bourne, who's underrated, and Hunter Henry, who's also underrated. So Mac would have had 4 guys that he could throw to. But no, instead you go with Juju, who barely played at all, Devontae Parker, who can't get open, and when he is open, he's like Kadarius Toney. He drops the pass every time.
Yeah.
And then after the game, when he's talking to the media, he blames it on the quarterback. I'm like, dude, you were wide open. You dropped the pass.
You could have caught that, dude. Come on.
And then Kendrick Bourne, I thought he was amazing this season. Fortunately, went down with Achilles injury. Demario Douglas, I thought he was decent. One of the only bright spots on the offense. Kayshon Boutte from LSU. He was actually pretty nice in the preseason and in week 1 against the Eagles. He was having some nice catches. The problem in week 1, he accidentally had his foot out of bounds twice, and that cost us the game. So he hasn't played since then. I'm like, he's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. You learn on the way. Don't waste him.
No rookie's going to be perfect. They got to adjust to the new NFL, dude. Come on.
Yeah. I'm like, don't waste him. Give him a chance. Like, you see, like, he showed some promise. He showed you that he can get open and that he can make those catches. He's from freaking LSU. Like, the talent is there, but you didn't give him a single snap. And week 9 against Washington, Belichick wrote him off as a healthy scratch. He was healthy, but he didn't let him play. And with Jack Jones, the reason we cut him is because he yelled at the cornerbacks coach for not starting him against the Colts. That's why he got cut.
Oh.
And I still don't agree with it because the Raiders picked him up and he's been playing amazing. Like it's like the Raiders love stealing our players, and whenever one of our players goes to the Raiders, they play amazing.
Exactly.
Like, don't be surprised if we cut Mac Jones and they sign Mac Jones and he ends up playing amazing.
I mean, but they really want Mac Jones. I mean, they heard.
And they love stealing our players.
Watch them make Mac Jones look like a top 10 quarterback.
I mean, he's available, so Cowboys, if you want him, he's yours.
I don't think we want Mac Jones. Yes, we have problems with Dak, but who else are we gonna get? Honestly, like you said.
But yeah,
because he's still an MVP freaking candidate this season. So they're gonna probably keep Dak.
Yeah, you can't really, because you're gonna if you move him, you're gonna deal with dead cap, and I don't think they want to do that.
I would love for them to try to give Trey Lance a chance. Him and Dak practice, playing quarterback and see who they want to start. Because it seems like they wanted Trey Lance. They literally got him for a reason. So.
Yeah, but and next year is gonna be a new era. Pete Carroll's gone. Belichick's gone. It's a new era, so we'll see what happens. But I don't trust our new coach yet. I mean, I like what he's saying in the media.
Yeah.
I just don't 100% trust him yet.
Actually, gets you guys to the playoffs. Okay.
Which, Crotty asked me about it the other day. I'm he's like, what do you think the record will be? And I said 5-12. And he said, come on, you gotta do better than that. I'm like,
you guys will do better than that. I feel like you guys will do better than this.
I'm just trying to keep it realistic, and I'm trying. And I don't want
to. I feel like a seven win record is kind of realistic.
I don't want to get my hopes up. I'd be fine if it were 7-10. That's fine. I just want to see improvement from the younger players.
Or if you get Caleb Williams or something.
Yeah, Caleb. If we can get a franchise altering quarterback like Caleb Williams or Drake May, even. Which I like Drake May's deep ball. I'm just concerned because of the college he's from. Every UNC quarterback doesn't translate well.
Even the good ones?
Bitch Trubisky, Sam Darnold. That's my biggest concern. I wouldn't mind.
The good ones don't translate well?
I don't know if there has been, but
there's been a lot of college bust.
Yeah, Jamarcus Russell, Tim Tebow. To be fair, Jamarcus Russell, the Raiders staff hated him when they got him for some reason. So that was kind of messed up. But We've hit the 2-hour mark, people, so it's gonna do it for this stream. Sorry for the little rant I had there, but hopefully our teams do better next season.
Yes.
And
Can we actually get a playoff win and not go 12-5? That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
We literally went 12-5 3 straight seasons and no NFC Championship game at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Positive note is you guys did win the division over the Eagles, so I am happy about that. And
but
you guys,
like, what's the point if we're not going to even win the playoff?
You got some positive takeaways. You won the division over the Eagles. You whooped the Giants twice.
Yeah, well, we do that all the time. So.
And I think that's pretty much it.
Even last year we got even though we didn't have like the best season last year, we still got a freaking playoff win, and we went okay against the Niners.
You guys whooped the Bucks.
Yeah, and then we did okay against the Niners in the playoff game.
Yeah. But that'll do it for this stream, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.